Hello, welcome back. Last time I started from the beginning of my book and tried to input everybody's fate. Got through like one person before I got stuck. But I learned a lot of stuff and sort of settled on a process for getting through this. Who did I get stuck at? This guy? No. Did I have a good theory for you? I don't know. I've input you as that name. That's who you are now. This guy, right. So I don't know how, but in some way, when I was reading this, somehow I only read 3 Chinese top men. There are clearly 4 of them. But I stopped reading at 3 and saw, okay, these are the 3 I need to find. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, so I decided that the thing I should focus on first here is sets of people who are mostly indistinguishable, like, say, Chinese top men, English women, Emily, what's her name, and Jane, what's her name, and there was one other pair like that. Yeah, okay, so you two. What was the other one? Carpenters. Like people I have mostly only seen together and are not very well distinguished by the manifest. What I should check is which of them... Well, now hang on, that means I need to know who they are. I do, sort of. So I need to check which of these appear in a memory where the other one doesn't, and see if that'll help identify them. That's not the easiest thing in the world to do. Because, like, when I don't know what their names are... What am I looking for? So, Bitter Cold, Part 1. 22 others were present. So I'm saying you, and... You, I think, are the 4 Chinese top men. They were all present during this memory. So just from, like, faces in this book, I can't really... Well, no, hang on. No, I can do this. I can go here and see which memories you're in. So 4 memories. Yeah, here we go. This'll work. So we got Soldiers of the Sea, Part 1. Unholy Captives, Part 2. A Bitter Cold, Part 1, and Soldiers of the Sea, Part 4. Oh. Okay. Alright, so that was for you, right? You appear in 5 memories. Unholy Captives, Part 1. Does that help me? Unholy Captives, Part 2. A Bitter Cold, Part 1, and... Murder, Part 2. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay. Oh, this is going to be hard to do if this is really my process. Murder Part 2. Murder Part 3. Oh. Bitter Cold Part 1. And... died here. Right. Murder Parts 2 and 3. Okay, so you... You met an unknown fate. You disappeared in the Doom. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Oh, you disappeared in the Doom. I think I'm trying to solve something that's a little beyond my abilities at the moment. I should try for something easier. I know very little about these people. I've heard one of them speak once. I have some causes of death input. I don't know any of their names. That's not true. I know all 4 of their names. I just have no idea which is which. I don't know where to start on trying to identify these. Like, looking at these sets of memories, like, I guess I just have to revisit each one of these individually and see what I could learn from it, but oof. That's a lot of work. I'm probably going to have to do it. Let's delay on that for a moment. Let me check the women, the English women who are here, you two. 3 memories, 3 memories. The Doom Part 8, Escape Part 2, Escape Part 3. The Doom Part 8, Escape Part 2, Escape Part 3. Fantastic. Are you serious with this? They show up 3 times. Always together. Wait, I don't know your name? You were clawed by a terrible beast. When? Soldiers of the Sea Part 4. That whole chain is something I need to go through again. Like, I'm trying to figure out if I know who you are, and I know that you're dancing with her, if that means anything. Something that was bothering me was... there was a guy... Let's see. How will I find this? Not bargain. Escape. This is the one. In the lazarette. Oh, hey. It tells me where bargain happens. What does lazarette mean? In the lazarette. This is kind of like grayed out a bit. This would probably be the only place I could reasonably look to find out how he lost his arm. In the lazarette. Glossary, where are you? Well, it doesn't say what lazarette is. I can look it up. Okay, lazarette is a small storeroom on a ship at the stern. Apparently stern means back, if I'm reading this correctly. So, oh boy, where am I? So, this side, storeroom, in the lazarette. Cargo hold. Lazarette, hey, check it out. It's marked. But I won't be able to see that memory? Maybe? Let's try. It's worth a shot. Am I at the stern now, or is this the other side? This is the other side. Okay. So there's a memory in here. Oh, I see. So the fact that there's a padlock here, and there's definitely a memory in there, feels like it would imply that I'm going to be able to come back here, like with, what's his name? Henry Evans, after I turn in the book? I don't know.
Keep pressure here.
Hold him down. What madness is this? 20 years my steward, and never a doubt on your sanity.
My steward?
Explain yourself.
Those ungodly beasts carry a curse! Throw them back!
20 years my steward.
Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses.
Okay, he goes in the lazarette.
All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg?
There's a lot of stuff I want to see in Unholy Captives, so I'm okay with starting this sequence anyway. Do I have your name? Wait. All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Is he talking to the guy who just died? All is obviously not fine. And I guess I don't know what happened to his leg. There's a sword here. Oh, wait. So here's a theory. This guy who's being hauled off chopped off John's leg with a sword? Hold on, so 20 years my steward. So you are Captain's steward? Is that a role? I see it here. Captain's steward. Philip Dahl, is that what that says? 28? Philip Dahl, Captain's steward, Sweden. Okay, so that's obviously Philip Dahl. I was focused on too many other things to have input this then, even though I had the information. This is why I need to go back through memories like this. There's lots of good information. I do not have a memory of you dying or anything of you disappearing, so obviously you're part of Bargain. So I can deduce that you are part of the Bargain chapter. Also, you're in the lazarette. Yours is probably the corpse I will find in there, in Bargain part final. The one that was there. Part 5. Okay, so Bargain part. So I'm missing 5 memories, and I'm not allowed to see them until I'm done with all the other memories. That just seems so rude. Alright, Alfred Klestel. Still got both arms and both legs. Seen in close proximity to a man who is very possibly known right now for chopping off the leg of another man. This makes it extremely tempting to input. Alfred Klestel was attacked with a sword by Philip Dahl. Before I do that, let me John's a pretty common name. Is there only one John in the manifest? Let's look. John Naples. There is only one. All right. Seems like this is who this is. I'm gonna say you were killed with a sword by Philip Dahl, right? I mean, you're going to have to make assumptions and leaps of logic in this game, right? That's the one that I've made. I think that's a decent one. And if that's a decent one, it's... nah. Anybody could have chopped off your arm. My confidence is just a bit too low in that theory, but I feel like that's a good theory. I feel like this is what it's going to end up being. Your arm was chopped off by... But how? He's thrown in the lazarette with the unholy captives, and probably doesn't get another chance to chop off his arm. You're holding, like, the things that are binding you up, though, so I'm wondering if you're coming with as the jailer. What's that dialogue say? And that's when he gets the opportunity to cut your arm off. What did Alfred say when his arm was cut off? Put me down, let me go. Easy now, you're in a bad way. The squid. Where is my Frenchman? The squid. The squid's gone. Your mate was torn apart. Captain came up from the hold, said he chased it off. This is a lot of stuff that I'm going to learn about in the bargain. A curse like that does not lift for nothing. So the captain struck some bargain from there that was supposed to have chased things off, but it didn't actually. Curse doesn't lift for nothing. This is William Huscott. Can I figure out who you are? You have 3 marks, so it's not going to be easy. Are you in A Bitter Cold Part 1? No. You sure show up a lot in Soldiers of the Sea. Have I seen you die? Yes, this man. He disappeared in the Doom. Fantastic. So just like those 2 Russians who were pulled into the water by mermaids, I may be able to witness people like you on their way to death during other memories and deduce it that way. So that's probably what I need to do. Is it a good... Take me to the memory I'm currently in. This is Unholy Captives, which is 5 part final. All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg? Era Dorar, you fools. Where's Lars? Is he here somewhere? Or is somebody else speaking Danish? Is he present in this memory? That is Danish, right? It has the little... No, wait. No. Hold on. Wait. Okay, is he here? He's not. He is. He is. Carpenter Man's here too. Okay, he's up here. Do I know your name yet? No. Who are you? Oh, Edward Spratt. Okay. Who are you? Oh, Emil Farrell. Okay. You fools. Lars, where are you? Is this you? That's you. Got the chest. Who are you? Disappeared. Many people disappeared in the Doom. Oh, yes. Thrown overboard. I remember. There was a memory where I looked over at the edge of the ship. A bunch of people were in the little boat. And they were thrown overboard. Okay, sure. So I can proceed from there. Wait, I don't know your name? Right, you're the one I once had tagged as William Wasim. But that was not right, because that was a weak theory. Crushed by a terrible beast. Okay, right, that was during the canon stuff. So you are one of 2 carpenters. Are you the other one? I forget what the other one looked like. That's unknown name. So who's Lars calling fools? These guys? I guess? Was there more I could get from that? Let's see, I got the identity of Captain Stewart. I got a pretty decent cause of death for... the man I think is John. I feel like it makes the most sense for Henry to have been talking to the man who died when he said John. Been in worse spots, I think. You fools. All's fine, John. Okay, well, let's go with that. Okay, continue. This is the one who gets his head crushed by that, right. What's in this net? A mermaid? I think so. Is that a mermaid tail? Yeah, that's a mermaid. More than one mermaid, possibly? Because, I mean, that's the torso there. So, like, head would be here, but there's, like, a big lump down there still. So maybe two mermaids? Alright, so, not William Wasim. I don't really have any information about you. You have only 2 marks. Unholy Captives, Part 1. Maybe I should play these in forward order. I'm already in Part 3, it's fine. You are in A Bitter Cold. You're tending to... Right, you're in this thumbnail here. You're tending to Solomon Syed as he dies. Are you one of the surgeons, then? He's in A Bitter Cold Part 2. Where exactly? I'm no longer going in order. It's fine. What was I looking at? Yes, okay, this is the other carpenter. So he looks like that. This guy standing in the lower right. In Justice at Sea. Alright. So yeah, this is the distinct memory that says these two are carpenters. So where do you show up that he doesn't, or vice versa? Unholy Captives Part 3, Unholy Captives Part 4. He dies in the cannon incident. No, false. Those are spikes. Hmm. And you appear in lots of memories. What are the 2 names I'm looking at of the 2 carpenters? Did I go by them? Yes. Winston Smith and Marcus Gibbs. So each of you is one of those. Don't think I ever heard a Winston or a Marcus in any of the dialogue I've seen. Like, identifying memories where one of these is and the other isn't is only useful if that particular memory is A Bitter Cold Part 1. So I'm not going to get anything out of this exactly. Alright. Well, let's just look at the situation. Who are you? Dressed fancy. Disappeared in the Doom. I don't know. I should look through the Doom again. It's been a long time. I'm sure I'd be able to make more sense of it. Where do I go from here? I saw my thing for a second.
What's your foot in?
Hey there, what's this?
Oh, I already have solved this.
Give it to me and I can fry us a solid meal, boys.
I guess I can listen to it again.
Take it slow.
What's it, gentlemen? There's a free shell here. Let's have a look.
No, get back.
Okay. I mean, this is fully solved already. I don't really need to see this memory unless I get additional context for something from it. Not that I can really see. This doesn't have a whole lot of information in it other than how you died. Unless maybe up here? Christian Wolf, okay. Gunner, shot cannon unknown. When did that happen? No, not Martin. The Doom Part 4. The fuse. Oh, he said the fuse. Okay. Move the boats astern and throw the bodies over. Surgeon doing something. Here's this guy again. Aren't you the one I thought might have been the surgeon's mate? I feel like that theory is strengthened by the proximity of these two in this memory. I think this is Surgeon's mate. He is frequently seen in close proximity with Henry Evans performing medical duties. I think my confidence in that has gone up enough that I'm going to input it. You are James Wallace. Hey, you totally are. Okay, James Wallace, surgeon's mate, was clawed by a terrible beast. Timothy Budiment, I was right. Was shot by Edward Nichols. John Naples, okay, was killed by a sword with a sword by Philip Dahl. Okay, so that was correct. That was one of my bigger leaps in logic, but was it really? Guy being hauled off, sword that was probably held by him, nobody else looking like a troublemaker, guy with leg chopped off. Yeah, that was a fine conclusion. I say after it's been verified correct. All right, well, that's progress. Good. These people hauling the chest. Many, many, many people are in this memory. This is a busy place. Okay. All right. Well, that was good. I got your identity out of that. Died simultaneously.
Lift this out and take it below.
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
这是什么？回来，全部供出来，拢是恁害啦！迄个害的较对人无顾好，是让人晕死的啊！你 talk about a shell, very dangerous.
Shell? What shell?
People speaking Chinese. This is good for identifying the... Whoa. You talk about a shell, very dangerous. Narrow miss. For the goat, too. Okay, so these two got spiked together at the same time. Right? Okay, so hang on. Wait, so you're Formosan royalty. Hold on, wait, this is telling me... Alright, so Formosan royalty. This guy died here. No, wait, you're in the calling part. Oh, you came back alive. Oh. Fascinating. Do I have all the other Formosan royalty marked at this point? I might. I know Itbangxia, Budnan Lim, and Hoksung Lao. Okay, so I know you then. You're the other one. Right? So hang on, I prefer to look at the list in this format. Is there anyone from Formosa who's not royalty? No, it's just the 4. Okay, so elimination makes you Chiotan. Okay, you are Chiotan. Take me to the memory I'm in. Unholy Captives, Part 1. Chiotan. Formosa, spiked by a terrible beast. Alright. You... I don't know. Who was speaking Chinese to you? Was it you? You're Chinese, so probably. Dialogue. Show me the dialogue. This is your fault. The shell must be protected. We will all die. What are these monsters? Where are they from? You must tell us everything. This is your fault. About the chest and your dead friends, yes. And this is where the calling starts, right? So hang on, let me at least make a little bit of effort in like figuring out who this guy is. 3 marks. He died there. He is present. Oh! Well, that's promising. Present in the most important memory in the world. And also the very first 2. So I suspect you're a seaman. Right, because those are the sort of people who'd be doing manual labor in the cargo hold. Then again, I'd have to see what the situation was there. I might be able to identify this dude. This makes that promising. Okay, so that'll at least narrow it down to list of names in that memory that I don't already know. I mean, I can kind of see that here. So who don't I know in this memory at this point? Nicholas Botterill, Maba, Omid Ghul. Oh, I don't know what happened to you. Oh. Timothy Budiment. Oh, this guy. You, Mr. Mystery, who's been there since the beginning. I don't know your name yet. No, you're just one of many seamen. Okay, so this guy is Indian. You're not Indian, so that's fine. But among, like, these 2, I don't think there's anything to distinguish you from... Can't really tell nationality from your face. It's not distinct enough for that. No, there's a lot of people here I still don't know. Yeah, a lot of people here I still don't know. Also, how am I supposed to tell these 2 apart? I still don't have... Well, now, hang on. Okay, so... The calling parts 1 and 2. Murder part 3. He's there? Bitter Cold part 1, yes. And then the other one, like you. What does he look like? Is this one? If I can tell who one of these is, I'll know who the other one is. But how could I possibly tell? I don't know. Okay, boy. Still a lot to work out. At least I got some typesetting today. Alright, anything more I want to learn today. Yes, okay, so you are clearly performing surgeon's duties. This would, if I had not made that conclusion in the previous memory, this would have firmly cemented it. Okay, great. Okay, great. I mean, I know you're all seamen, right? Are there any of you who are not marked as seamen? No. No, every one of you is already input that way. Just can't tell which is which. I mean, technically, annoyingly, I do know which one this guy is because he's the one person from India. I have the one seaman from India that I have not marked already. You are Abraham Akbar, right? Because Renfred Rajub is identified and typeset. Solomon Syed is identified and typeset. But the only way I have that information is because I had you incorrectly input as William Wasim. And I got confirmation you weren't because I didn't get typesetting. But that was when I had Maba as Lewis Walker, wasn't it? So I didn't have 3 other fates verified. 2 other fates. So maybe I don't know for sure you're not William Wasim. So maybe that is the best theory for you. Well, I'm not going to input it now. I'll work on you later. Okay, well that's progress. Slow though it may be. Gonna be a whole bunch more of this before I get this all unraveled. To at least a level of satisfaction that'll let me take the book back to Henry. Okay, cool. How do I exit? Like this. Alright, I'll see you next time to continue this process. Probably go back through the Doom because I really need to see that whole gun deck sequence again. I'll bet I could learn a lot from that. Alright, sounds good. I'll see you then.